Hello, we're recording.
We are.
Hi everyone, I'm Kara. This is Piper. I don't know which. No, this is Piper.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're figuring it out. We're doing it live. Well, we're literally not doing it live. This is a recorded video that we're sending to you to submit for Neon Beats, a wonderful rhythm-ish platformer. It's a precision platformer with some light rhythm game elements. There we go.
That's a good way to put it.
And we're going to be doing two categories. First, any percent, then all music notes, which is the 100% category for this game. Piper, you want to jump in and we'll talk about the game as we race?
Yeah, sounds good. Are you ready to start?
Let's do it. You want to count us in?
Yeah, I gotcha. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1, go.
Heck yeah.
Oh my
Have
goodness.
fun.
You too. My game just decided to stop responding, which is the joy.
Do you want to start at least? Do you want to start
Nope.
over?
Send it.
Oh,
Unpause.
God,
You're
I
good.
paused.
No, you're perfect. It's timed it perfectly.
Good. So now we're that makes up for it.
Yeah, we're in sync.
So this is Neon Beats. I've been running this game for a little less than a year. Piper, when did you pick this up?
Right after AGDQ 2025, because fun fact, Kara and I actually met because they were my hosts during my beat at AGDQ 2025.
Yeah.
And I went and checked out your stream, and I was like, whoa, this game looks really neat, and I like precision platformers. And so I decided to pick it up. So it's been about 9 months-ish, well, maybe a little bit less, because I was like, I decided I wanted to run it after that, but then I was like, well, let me finish my stuff with Bzz and do this. So it's probably like 3 more months of that, and then like 6 months.
Piper runs multiple games like a real speedrunner. I run this.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah, I am streaming 4 times a week right now, and for a while I was streaming 3 different games a week, which was insanity. So,
oh my God,
nice.
Sorry, I just got early 1-1. So yeah, we should talk about the game probably.
Absolutely.
So Neon Beats, I have talked about this game a lot. Whoops.
Also, whoops on my side.
Heck yeah. I've talked about this game a lot, including on, whoops. Sorry, I just woke up. That's my excuse. That's gonna be my excuse for playing badly. The last time that I submitted this game to an event, and so the last time that I talked about it in like a professional capacity, I understood the game much better than I do now. I feel like this is a classic speedrunner thing. Like, you start playing a game, and then the more you play it, the more you learn about it. But then at some point, you know so much about it that you start to understand it less. And that is absolutely the case with this. On the surface, this game is super simple. Okay, that I don't know what just happened there. It worked out fine, but like that has never happened before. And I'm not memeing. Legitimately, I've never seen that.
Yeah, I will say this game has a lot of I've never seen that before, and just kind of you roll with it.
Literally yesterday, Piper found an insane like level hard lock glitch that I've never seen, and I've played this game genuinely thousands of times.
Yeah, so it's always fun surprises. At least there's a quick reset, so it's not like anything's not marathon safe. So we'll be good to anything happens. We got a quick reset, which does also like make it a little bit more enjoyable for speedrunning. The game also, I learned this recently. So one of the cool things, so the game came out 2019. It's free for the tutorial in the first 3 levels. And then you can get the DLC usually on sale for like $1.30. And
I think it's $2 full price.
Yeah, so still super cheap.
Yeah.
And they added like the timing and the death count and everything in the DLC. So that was like a cool thing that they were like, oh, it looks like speedrunners and people want to check this out. So it's nice in that sense. And then also because there is weirdness with the game, one of the ways that the community like helps make it fair is normally this is timed in IGT or in-game time versus RTA, which is what we're timing in today, because that's what we're going to be timing in at GDQ. Oh, I missed the jump.
I was about to interrupt you to be like, I'm about to do a really cool strat, and then I goofed. Actually, I haven't goofed that jump in a long time. So a lot, the key like mechanics. Oh my God, am I gonna make it? Yo, let's go. Okay, that probably won't get me back on the cycle I want. This game is all about cycles. There's platforms that appear and disappear. There's elevators that go up and down, things that spin around. It's all platform based or cycle based. However, those cycles can be manipulated in a lot of ways, some of which, like I said, some of which I understand, some of which I am completely in the dark about. Did I genuinely recover this section? Oh my God, I did.
Nice.
So you can see up at the top, the timer stops when you're in those buckets. That's because the game uses those buckets to make sure that the gameplay continues to be synced up with the music, even with variations in individual gameplay. So that's why it stops in the bucket. I wanted to be in that bucket at 141. I goofed on a pretty important jump twice, but then was able to get another trick later, and then a really nice little bit of movement. And then the cycle has enough flexibility in it that in a lot of cases, even if you're not perfect, you can still catch a cycle, although that is not always the case. In the next level, there's a cycle that like you kind of have to be perfect to get.
Yeah, there's a lot of early cycles that if you're not doing even like speedrun tricks, you're going to miss. Oops, I just went back onto a level. What level are you on right now?
Oh no. I am on level 3.
Oops, okay. I accidentally hit restart on a level, which is a goof.
That's okay.
We're all good.
Do you want me to pause?
No, you're good.
Okay.
But yeah, there's like small cycles make a huge difference. And especially because like, and that's the weird thing with deaths, and deaths early are kind of fine because they'll put you back on the cycle and you'll be fine. And it's maybe a couple seconds, but the later levels, the deaths are brutal because they'll send you back 15, 30 seconds just to put you back on a cycle. Cause there's no good place to drop you into the level. Cause it's a very forward momentum heavy game, I would say.
Yes, the very first checkpoint in the final level of the game is the most savage thing in the entire run. I will say casually, I always like to say this, this game is casually much more accessible than it looks when you watch someone speedrun it. Can I do this? Yes, I can. Except for the last level. Even casually, the last level can be kind of brutal. And walled me pretty hard in my casual playthrough.
Yeah, I will say this game is like very much so in the sense you don't see a lot of the jank in I'd say maybe it's like a couple hours. Like a really good player can probably get through this game in like an hour to 2. A newbie can probably do it in like under 5. And you don't see a lot of the weirdness in there. You don't need a lot of the strategy and speedrun like cycle stuff. Yeah, do it.
I might be about to make a really cool cycle if I can make this drop. Let's go. 23 bucket. Let's go.
That was really good.
Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt. It's just that section goes by so fast. So that's what I was talking about before. The movement has to be perfect there. And there's so many things that, to go back to this game being weird, there's so many bits of movement that don't on the face of it look like they should be faster. But one way or another, there's a lot of weird jank behind the scenes. This game was made by, I believe, 5 design students in France, which is pretty incredible. Oh, see, I was goofing that up in practice, and I haven't messed that jump up in a run in a long time. And now I think it's the nerves.
I get you. Yeah, 5 people did everything, a lot of the UIs, all one guy, a lot of the programming and like gravity design is all one person.
Oh my God. Piper, I'm choking. I'm like, this is a full-on choke.
You're all good.
This is giving you so much time to catch up.
It's perfect. It's what I need. Oh, yeah. That was a really cool shortcut if you want to talk about that, even with the misses. Going back into that warp.
Oh, yes. So this level introduces portals. I always like to say gamers love portals.
Of course.
The portals are very strange.
And the cake is a lie.
Yes, exactly. The portals do conserve momentum and direction, sort of. There's a lot of weirdness in terms of the directionality specifically. But so that big room you can, which Piper's working on right now, you are meant to use both sets of portals to climb the room, but you can just go back into the first portal right away. Ooh, I'm gonna try something right now. Sorry to interrupt myself. This is something new. I'm calling it the Soul Mass flip because Soulmass taught me this like a week ago. Oh, I didn't make it. That was a cycle that I thought was impossible for a long time, and then Soulmass taught me how to do an extremely cool wall flip.
Nice.
If you miss it, you don't lose any time, but it does save 2 seconds, which is how I got a gold in this level last night.
Oh, nice. GG. I will say there are a lot of like cycle tries that are just worth going for, because if you miss it, you die and you're still on the same cycle. So you would have had to wait
like
anyways.
This one coming up right now. If I can.
Oh, that was
first try
beautiful.
portal,
Yeah. Well done.
Which means I can get this portal, which means I get the 47 bucket, which is really good. I am going to take an intentional death here. I forgot that I take an intentional death here.
Oh, yeah. So one of the things to mention when we say like buckets, those buckets actually close, which means that you end up just sitting on an enclosed bucket waiting for the game to let you in, which is time lost. So that's why it's really important when Kara's like, hey, I got that bucket in this cycle, because it ends up not just saving you like 1 or 2 seconds. It ends up being like sometimes 5 or 7.
Another portal flip here, which that can go wrong and actually just flip you into the spikes. And that one was very, very close. I'm really glad that worked out. So that's actually a couple. Whoops! Hold on, I'm choking. I am in the midst of a choke. I like the mistakes that I'm making right now. I literally never. But Piper and I are doing in the interest of providing an accurate marathon-like experience. We're doing one shot, one take in the can.
Just gotta go for it.
Warm-up races. We're just going. It's full send, as Piper said.
I think it's the best way, because otherwise you start overthinking yourself. Somebody on Reddit was like talking about like the worst GDQ runs, which I was like, I think all of them are good. You know, it's impressive that they're there, but some people just like really tense up and you get on there. This is one of my least. Okay, I finally found a consistent strategy to that. I'm a Kaizo.
Oh, you do this whole room.
Sometimes. Sometimes I get really mad at it, and I've started going for consistency now, because I was taking too many deaths on the tricks.
This is another early cycle that I'm gonna go for coming up right now, actually, that I also, like the Soulmass flip, previously thought was impossible. Some very quick movement here lets you save a little bit of time on those slopes, which if I did it right, and I think that I did, should... Oh, maybe I didn't. No, we're in. Okay, that bucket, that saves like 4 seconds. And this is a fast game. 4 seconds is huge.
Yeah, right now you are second place with like a 1450.
Yeah, I'm second place in both categories. I've been chasing world record in either category for so long. I think it would be so rad if this got in, and in between submissions and the event, I did get world record. I will say for any percent, I tend to be, because I stream 4 nights a week as well, and I'm pretty much always doing at least a run or two of this. Trying a new strat here. Second try isn't too bad. And I would say for the last couple weeks, I've been on world record pace at least once a night. But as we talked about before, this game can be very cruel, and it can take that away from you in a moment.
I was like half a second slow on a cycle for a death and just had to sit on a bucket, which hurts so bad.
Sitting on a bucket is terrible. So that's what that early cycle at the beginning of this level saves sitting on a bucket for like 4 seconds. And when I, you know, something that I have always known, but don't always like practice myself, is like speedrunning it's because it's all about community. Sometimes learning a run is all about research. And I recently went back. I've watched a lot of the runs on speedrun.com, but I went back and I watched some more of the individual level records, and that's where I started finding like, oh my god, you can do that, whoa, you can do that. And obviously some of it isn't full run viable, but like that early cycle in level 6 absolutely is. And all of a sudden I just got 4 seconds saved from my run. It was incredible.
Yeah, I think the impressive thing is like the world record's a few years old, right?
It's okay. This is wild. The game came out 5 years ago. One of the world records is 5 years old and the other is 4 years old. Both category records were set within the first year of this game coming out. And those runs are incredible, and I respect those runners, but I refuse to let those runs stand for another year.
I think that one of the things, and we talk about a lot, is just how much jank there is in this game, and what we need is the ability to harness that jank. So, and once again, going back to community, we need more people running this. So hopefully this can get into GDQ. Just for the simple fact that people can see this and be like, wow, that's a cool game. Can I run that? And then we can get like 3 people who know more about routing than either of us. Oh, yeah. I'm going to go for a crazy
jump just for fun. Oh, come on. Oh, first try on the jump. That was nuts. Oh my God. 115 bucket. That's nuts. I mean, I'm like 40 seconds behind my PB, so like whatever. But
perfect.
Like, oh God, hitting that jump feels so good. Sorry, I'm like fully geeking out right now.
No, I saw it. I'm wildly impressed. I'm not gonna go for
That's
the
a gold. I just did a gold split on that level.
Beautiful. I went for the really hard strat here and then end up eating it. Yeah, I got the double, not the triple.
Did you go for the double jump?
I went for the triple all the way through. I've done it like once, and
that is such a sick move. It's so inconsistent. So you were talking before about consistency. That's the trick that I won't do for consistency's sake. Although I did note, as far as I can tell, I don't think it saves any time on all music notes, so that's comforting at least.
Oh, that's good to know.
So over on my over on my side, we are now on the last level, which, as I said, is pretty brutal. Even casually, level 8 is essentially a speedrun level. There is like a little bit of tech here and there, but mostly level 8, you're just holding on for dear life. That's the Tony Hawk, where I land on that bucket on my corner for a second.
Oh, yeah.
Now this room is the bane of my existence. I'm going to do a safe strat. Okay, that safe strat almost backfired and killed me. Going for the drop. Beautiful. Wow. This run so far is a mix of some of my best gameplay and some of my worst gameplay, which is, I think, really exciting.
We love to see it. Yeah. All right.
I wish I could keep an eye on what you're doing, because I love to see what other people do in this game.
Mostly try and survive. The big thing with this game, I talk about it a lot on my stream, is so I grew up in Colorado and like grew up skiing. And one of the things you learn really early about skiing is that like you never want to look at the hazard that you're afraid of, because your body will naturally go for it. So I always call like the rock. I just had flashbacks of clipping into that wall. And so the problem is with this game, what happens a lot is that there are things that just I know are inconsistent or I'll die on a lot. And I'm like, okay. And then I seize up on it, like this jump right here.
Yes.
And you really need to, like for a speedrunner, every single run, you just gotta like enter calmly don't stare at the rock. Otherwise you'll end up hitting the rock. And
that's so funny. I love that.
Yeah, this level does it.
Especially when I'm on pace, like it's kind of wild how much you can lock up when you gotta lock in.
Right. I really want to figure out like a quick blood pressure scanner, just to like see, because I can feel myself like tense up. I got the really good cycle on that one where I was able to fall through. I do.
Are you gonna get the good cycle on the triple missiles? That's the question.
Yes.
Wait.
No.
How did you do that?
Just slide through.
No. Wait. You did a thing that I've always thought was possible, but couldn't figure out how to do it. Hold on. We have to review this later.
Yeah.
So I just got a 15-16, which is, for a marathon run, 15-16 is solid.
That's very good.
Especially for not having warmed up, which one imagines. We will.
Impressive. Yeah, we'll play a lot.
Yeah, so in this last section, Piper said holding on for dear life, which is really accurate. In this case, and actually a great example of Don't Look at the Rock, those missiles behind you, they can't hurt you.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, and part of the game...
very scary.
Yeah, it, like... Now you play it enough that and like the game kind of like leads you in multiple ways to jump at the right time. But if you're like just slightly off, you have things coming from behind, things coming from in front. This is one of my least favorite, because if you die here and you go back like 20 seconds, and the physics just get
room was a real wall early on. Now I have like just like the muscle memory is so solid. Also, fun fact, Piper, that bucket that you took, I think the last bucket of the run, I guess.
Yeah.
We usually hug the forward side of the bucket because we're speedrunners, so we want to go forward. Yeah. If you hug the back, because you actually want to do a quick turnaround when you come out of that bucket. If you hug the back of the bucket, you save like 1/100th of a second.
Nice. I need it. Yeah, that's not bad though. So I don't have my actual time. Our overall time RTA is 19:19, so that's pretty good. I put an estimate at 25 just in case, you know, some craziness happened, but I think that's pretty good. And then yeah, we'll figure out counting lives. I think overall that was probably like 10, 11 lives on my side, maybe a little bit more.
I wasn't counting. Yeah, we're gonna donate. Each of us is gonna donate a certain amount per death. We're gonna encourage viewers, obviously, if they want to chip in as well.
Yeah, and then
okay, so yeah,
other incentives as well. I've been doing a lot of practice. Kara's already a pro at it and can literally play this game with her eyes closed. So yeah, more or less. So we will be doing more practice, and we'll submit that incentive later on to do how many levels blindfold, at least tutorial, probably tutorial and level 1, and then as well to move into the 100% category. So question is, do we want to do one video? You want to stop and do second video for?
Well, it's gonna be 2 separate submissions. So let's do 2 separate videos.
Easy day. Well, that's all for us. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for watching. And I look forward to you seeing us again in the next video that we're about to record for All Music Notes.
Nice, perfect. All right, stay hydrated. Bye.